you guys doing? I hope you're doing good. Welcome to my WIP and Chat. If you are new here, welcome. I hope that you enjoy what you see and you choose to stay. If you're returning, I want to thank you so much for continuing to support my channel. Thank you so much. You are very, very appreciated, and you guys are the reason why my channel is continuing to grow. So thank you so much for that. It means a lot to me. So what is a WIP and Chat? Well, WIP, W-I-P, stands for Work in Progress. Oh, it looks like I missed one up here. And basically what it is I am going to be working on this diamond painting and kind of talking about things and stuff while you listen. You can diamond paint or clean your house, not that you would want to, or just sit on the couch and put your feet up and just take some time for yourself. Yeah, so what I'm using today, well, what I'm using for this kit, I should say, are the Forever Young trays. I actually have, this painting has 76 colors, so I'm using 75 Forever Youngs and 1 tray bricks, because I just needed the one. I do have the 60, the 45, and the 15 from the Forever Young, but I didn't want to get the 45 out as well, so I just needed the 1 tray bricks. I'm also using this pen. I really, really like this pen. I just really love the color. It goes really well with this painting. And I'm using a 7-placer with Art Dot Putty, single placer with glue dots. Yeah, I've got my trinket tray, or I'm sorry, my trash tray. It's got a little lid on it. So cute. I've got my stone here that somebody gave me from the doctor's office. I've got my little troll. A lot of those out there. And I've got my diamond painting with Coco trinket tray. Yeah, so that's sitting over here. I've just been putting my trash drills in the drill. I've got my release papers over here. You can't see them. I pretty much have kind of everything I need in this little tray. This is actually for your refrigerator. And I have the putty, my release papers, an extra tray. This pen I need to put away. That's a pen from a different kit. A ring that I'm not wearing, a little nail file, some tweezers, and my scissors. So that's all that's in there right now. Yeah. So that's what I'm using. I am working on this kind of a, I guess it's kind of a big piece. It's called You Are Loved. It comes to us from Diamond Art Club. It is by Jennifer Lambien. I'm not sure how to say that. And it says, you are beautiful, capable, worthy, and loved. I really needed that. And I was like, yes, I'm going to do that. So yeah, that is what's going on. I'm wearing a sweater. Why? Because it's nice and cool outside, just the way I like it. We had several days that were in the 80s. Got up to 89 one day, and I was just, no. That's way too hot. Way too hot. It actually rained a little bit. Was it last night? Yeah, I think it was last night. It rained. which I don't know why, but it kind of surprised me. So it's nice. It kind of, you know, gets the dust down, I suppose. But anything's better than 89 degrees, you know. So that's just, like I said, it's too hot. And, you know, my poor son, he has to work outside all day. So working with asphalt and all kinds of stuff. So he's out in it. I've got new putty here, so it's wanting to hold on to the drills. It'll be good in a minute, but right now it's no. I'm not wanting to do that. So what's been going on in my diamond painting life? Well, if you guys have been watching my shorts, you'll know that I have been doing a mystery kit, and I've been doing a short every day and spinning a decision wheel to determine what the next day is going to be. So that's been a lot of fun. I've been doing the decision wheel for a really long time now. It started a long time ago for me. I was doing it with my paint gems. Yeah, I really enjoy doing it that way. So it's been a lot of fun. So I've been working on that. I've been working on this. That's it. That's all I'm working on. I did do the June Diamond Art Club calendar. But let's see, was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. Yeah. I don't know, you guys. I just was like, because I've been wanting to organize some things in this craft room for a while. One of the things that's really, really been bothering me is, if you've been with me, you know that during my lives, I'll do giveaways sometimes, and a lot of times. And I do budget company paintings because I'm not, you know, wealthy. And so I do budget company paintings. So the ones that I had been setting aside from Temu were in my closet. The drills had been separated from them. The toolkits had been separated from them, and they were sitting flat so that they could flatten out, because I hadn't decided. When I did that, when I separated everything, I hadn't made a choice on whether or not I was going to keep those or not. So yesterday was me going through my budget-friendly paintings and making decisions on, okay, do I want this one or not? If I didn't want it, then I needed to find the drills, a bag that it could go in, and a toolkit for it. So I was like, well, you know, I mean, I knew there was, you know, some in there, and I wasn't looking forward to doing it, but I was looking forward, obviously, to the end result, right? So I went in the closet. Oh, you know what? There's just one of these over here. I missed this. I got into the closet and I started pulling them out, and I was like, oh Lord, I had them all over the floor, laid out so I could see them, see the codes clearly on them. And I have 3 drawers over here, 3 drawers that are packed with drills. Now, some of the drills I have written, like the canvas name, you know, whatever I name it, on there in Sharpie, and other ones I haven't. So I had to go through and find those. And then I have a box that I keep that has all kinds of toolkits. So toolkits from just all different companies. Dreamers Design, the one with the diamond art, Captured by Radiance, Diamond Art Club, budget company. I mean, just all the toolkits, And so I did that, and when I was done, I counted them. There were 28. I was like, oh Lord, no wonder it took me a while. But it freed up room in my closet because I've got them all packaged up. Now they're sitting on my bookcase, on the bottom of my bookcase over here, so that I can just grab one, a random one. I just grab one for a giveaway. Yeah, I'm good to go. So that was nice. So the closet is much more organized now. I'm feeling really good about that. I have not made a purchase from Temu since the whole tariff thing went into effect because I wasn't sure how things were going to go. So, you know, I can revisit that now and see, you know, what's going on with that. I don't know. I haven't decided if I'm going to do that or not. We'll see. The other thing that I did yesterday was I decided that my bookcases looked really cluttered. Now, I have 2 bookcases. The bookcases... See, I still might move some stuff around. We'll see. So I've got paintings on my bookcases, and those are the premium company paintings. My Temu paintings are hanging up in my closet. And so I decided, you know, I've got them everywhere. Like, it just seems like they're all over the place. It was like, you know, Dreamer's Design, Art and Soul, you know, just on and on. So what I did was I put all of my Diamond Art Club paintings over here. I did all the older ones up on top and the newer ones down on the bottom. And then I did all of my Dreamer's Designs together. And then I did a mixture, like companies that don't, you know, go together. And actually, that's not even going to work for me. I'm going to have to redo that because I have, I have some more stuff, but it's a good start. So it looks nicer. It looks cleaner. It looks more organized. Now, you know, I can be like, oh, Dreamer's Design. Yeah, that all of them are right here. They're all over here, except there are some in my closet that are too big for my bookcase. So those are a little bit trickier because I can't, they're very hard for me to reach. They're up on a shelf. And I currently don't have any more room on my big, well, they don't fit. Never mind, they don't fit. And then I also have a basket over here that is full of diamond paintings that also don't fit on the bookcase. So yeah. And then I just did little housework stuff. Like I had some of the 6000s printed off from Diamond Art Club. Now I thought I had all of them printed off. No, I don't. There's way more colors than what I had printed off. So I must have gotten the wrong list. So I need to look that up again. But what I did is I took all the stickers and put them on cardstock and then, you know, put them in my storage. So now at least I have some of the 6000s. So that was good. Yeah, I wanted to do that. And I am trying to decide. I have been, you know, I'm kind of just thinking as I'm going on this painting. I'm like, there's so many paintings that I have that I'm excited about doing. And I cannot decide. Now, it is July next month, and I do have an American flag painting. That would look really cool. But it doesn't have to be, you know, it doesn't have to be about 4th of July or any of that kind of stuff. I can do whatever I want. I can do whatever I want. So, yeah. And that's the awesome part about this. You know, you can do whatever you want. And it leaves it up for too much, you know, too much. Like, well, but I can't decide what I want to do. I haven't done a landscape yet. So, you know, it might be nice to do a landscape. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Something really funny really quick, and I will be putting it down in the comments, unless I decide to redo the video, which I don't think I'm going to. It is what it is. I did a tray break video, you guys, and so we put our bread in the freezer, and so before the video started, I had gotten my husband's backpack, and I had taken some bread out of the freezer and put it in a Ziploc baggie, you know, just 2 slices of bread, so that I could make a sandwich later, because I was waiting for it to defrost on the counter. So it's in the video. It's in the video. I didn't think it was in shot, but it was in shot. So, you know, I showed my husband, and he just laughed, and he's like, you know, this is a running household. We do live here. So yeah, I agree. You know, I'm not going to get hung up on that kind of stuff. That's just silly. You know, it's just silly. It is what it is. I'm a real person with a real life, with real stuff going on, you know. So, well, if you guys are in my Facebook group, you will have seen we have Juncos that have made, I've talked about it in videos, I think, too, but we have Juncos that have made a nest in our fuchsia. They laid 4 eggs. We do have to continue to water the fuchsia, or it will die, and, you know, their cover will be blown. So we were watering it, you know, only when we absolutely needed to. So first we saw the 4 eggs. Then we saw 2 chicks with 1 egg. Then the last time I went to go water, I was in here diamond painting. And I hear this, it wasn't loud, but it was just this, it was kind of like from out on the porch. I was like, huh, what's that? And I looked out, and the only thing that I saw was the mom and dad Junco, kind of frantic. And they were down low, like down low on the porch. And I went, huh, what's going on? And I went out there, and and I decided, okay, now's my time to go water. Like, now's my time to go water. If I'm gonna go out there anyway, get the water and do it now, because, you know, we had the whole porch blocked off, so people couldn't come up on the porch. So so I'm like, I got the water, and I go out there. I don't see anything, and I look in the nest, and there's only 1 chick. And I'm like, and an egg, 1 chick and an egg. I'm like, oh no, well, what happened? And so I water the fuchsia. Of course, they're, you know, yipping and yapping at me, and I'm telling them it's okay, you know, I'm leaving. And I come back in, and I hear this sound again. It's like it's like my ring keeps hitting it, but it's like it's such a light sound. I was like, that's weird. And I see the Juncos down on the porch, and I'm like, I'm gonna go look. So I barely crack the door. I crack the door, and I just stick my head out, and there's a baby behind one of the chairs on the porch. And I'm like, what's going on? What happened? Did I cause this chick to fall out by watering the fuchsia? I'm like, oh man, now I felt like the biggest piece of you know what. And I'm like, oh no. So I put the chick back into the nest. Well, first I didn't mention this. When I saw that chick in the nest and I didn't see the other one, this chick was taking up the entire nest. Like it could barely fit in this nest. And I was just like, dang. But I didn't really think anything of it. So, I mean, there would have been no room for the other chick. So I put the chick back in the nest and they're freaking out, all this kind of stuff. And nope, he gets right back out of it. So I'm like, you know, I think maybe it's time for them to like leave. Like that's it. Like they're done. You know, they're done in the nest. Like this is it. They're leaving. They're fledglings or whatever, you know. So I just walked away. And we don't see them anywhere. We don't see the chicks anywhere. The Juncos have come back. They're doing something. So I don't know if they're, you know, if they're feeding the chicks. The chicks are somewhere and they're feeding them, or I don't know what's going on. And so my husband was looking when he was outside. He was looking for the chicks on the ground, you know, and looking. He was kind of looking under the porch and stuff. And he decided to look in the fuchsia. The egg was gone. I was like, the egg was gone? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, how on earth would they have carried that egg away? What? That, I don't know. But the egg was gone. So I am confused, but it's okay. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, we got that section done. Looks good. A few places in this canvas have been not very sticky. Are you going to be able to see me if I'm right here? Yeah. So, anyway. Bird drama, right? So it is Father's Day weekend. That's loud, sorry about that. It's Father's Day weekend this weekend. And we are not celebrating it because Adam wants to do it next weekend because he has a 4-day weekend. So, you know, that's fine. That's fine with us. It's his thing. So, I think I told you guys, but he wants like steak and baked potatoes and stuff like that. So, yeah. I have to admit, I do miss having ribeye steaks. Those were my favorite, definitely. Yeah. That's what he wants to have, so that's what he's gonna get. Last night I was a little freaked out. I had finished time and painting. I had gone into the living room, and the security cameras are always running. And I've mentioned we have infrared cameras. They're not infrared cameras. They're infrared lights that come on, and there's 2 of them as you come up the driveway. So if somebody was walking up the driveway, one would go off, and then the second one would go off, but that person would not know that we could see them lit up like a Christmas tree. Okay, they just think it's pitch black outside. Well, last night, it kept going on, but just the one, and it would go on and then off and then on and then off, and it kept happening over and over. I recorded it. It just kept happening over and over and over and over and over again. And, you know, I texted my husband, and he's like, it's probably coyotes. I'm like, it's not coyotes. I don't see anything. And so I got the nerve to go out on the front porch and use the flashlight to shine it down the driveway. I didn't see anything. So, however, as I was sitting here diamond painting today, I happened to look out the window, and wouldn't you know it, there was a bunny. And where was it? It was right down where that light would go off. So I'm going to chalk it up to that. That's what I think was setting it off. And I just couldn't see it because of the grass, you know, the bunny because of the grass or whatever. So that's the most logical explanation I can think of. Because, you know, they like hop and then they'll stop for a little bit and eat. They'll just chew and then they hop a little bit more and chew. And that's kind of the pattern of what was happening. It was like weird. So, let's see, start over here. Okay. Yeah, so that was, I don't know what was going on. That was really weird. So, you guys know I watch true crime, but I have discovered something new. I talked about this on my other channel, but I don't think I've talked about it on here. So, there's this whole thing, and I knew about this from a couple years back because I had seen it. But it was like super ridiculously glamorized. It was like mostly women, and it was ridiculous. It was stupid. I remember watching a couple of the videos going, come on. But anyway, it's a van life, or like people living in their cars. And I don't know why, you guys, but I am like absolutely fascinated. I'm fascinated. Most of them I can't watch. They drive me nuts. But some of them I'm just like, wow, like, dang, the way that these people design their vehicles. Like this one guy had a old FedEx truck. You guys, the truck on the outside looked horrible. This was the nicest. It was gorgeous. I wish my kitchen looked like the kitchen in this van. It was just unbelievable. Unbelievable. It was so gorgeous. Yeah. So yeah, it's kind of cool to see. I like videos where they show like, oh, here's what I did here, you know, and I use this material for that. I love that kind of stuff. So, it's really interesting to me. The one I watched yesterday, it was a guy, and he was definitely in Europe somewhere. And he had, you know, it was a very nice van. And he had parked on the side of the road. Now, this was way out in the middle of like the woods, practically. Well, it was in the woods. And it was on a road that wasn't used very, very often. You know, maybe a couple cars had gone by. So he goes on a little bit of a hike while his food's cooking, and you know, he comes back and he's just kind of relaxing, and he eats his dinner, and then he decides it's time to go to bed. So he goes to bed. Now the cab of the van is, you know, drivable. Obviously there's two seats up front, and then the windshield and the two doors, you know, the driver's door, the passenger door, and then the windshield. So he has blackout curtains that he pulls to close off the cab from the back, so you can't see into the back. And then in the back is the slider door, right? The door that slides. Now that has a window on it. And then the back of the van had two doors that open. Okay, so he falls asleep, and in the middle of the night, he hears people walking around his van. Yeah. He can hear two guys talking, and they're walking around his van, and they leave, and then they come back. And he's like, what in the heck? So he opens the window on the slider, and he's trying to film. He's like holding the camera as far out as he can, but the car is like parked right behind his van. So you can just see headlights, or you can just see the lights from the headlights. You can't actually see the headlights. And you can hear people talking, and the car drives away. So he's like, wow, I'm not going to lie, you know, that made me really nervous. And he's like, whew, he's like, well, I'm going to try to go back to sleep after that, you know. And He did. He woke up the next morning and made himself a cup of tea and had some tea, and then he was gonna go outside. Well, he went to open the slider door, you guys. He couldn't open it. And he was like, what's wrong with my door? And he's wiggling it, and he's wiggling it, and it's like not opening it. And he opens the window and he looks down at the handle and he's like, oh my God. And he brings the camera over to the door. You guys, they had zip tied the driver's handle door and the sliding handle door together. Yeah. Now, a lot of people were, oh, okay, hold on. So he's like, I never even heard them do that. I didn't even hear them do that. Are there any more of this one? I don't see any more. He's like, I didn't even hear them do that. And he goes, I heard them walking around the van, but I didn't hear them touching the van or doing anything to the van. So I'm freaking out because I'm like, how's he gonna get out? And he goes into the cab. Oh, there's a drill back in here. He goes up into the cab and he goes out the passenger door, which thankfully, there was nothing that they could have zip tied with that. And he has a pocket knife with him, so he goes around and he takes the pocket knife. Oh, by the way, I'm using the ephemera 3D tray. The only reason why I have this in conjunction with my Forever Young, you might have been wondering maybe, is because some of the Forever Young are overfilled, and so I need to use a tray in order. This is neat. It has my channel name on it. It's really cool. I really like this tray. You can get this off of Etsy. It's ephemera 3D. EPH, ephemera, and this is called their classic button, and this is called their classic totem, or custom totem. I'm sorry, this is the custom totem. So anyway, he goes out and he's he's cutting the zip tie off, and there's 2 zip ties together because they needed quite a bit to get the doors or the handles. Now, here's his front door, and here's the sliding door, right? And it goes like this in between the 2. Does that make sense? So like the front door curves this way, the sliding door goes this way. And right here at the bottom of the driver's door is where the diesel tank, where the gas tank is. There were fingerprints on his van where that is. But they couldn't open the flap because in order to get it open, you have to open the driver's door first. There's a tab and then open that. So the speculation in the comments section was that what people will do is they will put the zip ties on a van or whatever, and they'll come back like later, like the next day or whatever, to see if someone has cut the zip ties, if the van is gone, if somebody hasn't cut the zip ties. Because if they haven't cut the zip ties, then that means most likely that the van is abandoned, right? And then they'll steal the gas. So that was kind of the consensus amongst the people in the comments. And I was like, interesting. Now, in order to do that, I'm supposing they would have had to have broken a window or something, because you would have had to have opened the driver's door. I'm glad that that didn't happen. But yeah, that was kind of harrowing. So, and people in the comments were like, why didn't you just drive away? Like, when you heard them, why didn't you leave? Like, just drive off. But, who's to say if you're not in that situation, But yeah, so I've really gotten into it, and it's a whole thing. Like, it's a whole, there's a whole group, It's like the Jeep people. You know, people who own Jeeps, it's a Jeep thing. You know, this is a van life thing. Now, people have cars. They use cars too. Those don't seem to be quite as nice, but, or as comfortable. That's what I'm trying to say, is comfortable, as like a van. A lot of these vans, I've noticed, they don't have bathrooms in them, so I'm not sure like what's happening with that. I know a lot of these people, what they'll do is they'll get gym memberships, so that they can shower and use the restroom facilities. Also, like in order to get mail, apparently you can just go to, like, let's say you're in X town, you know, you can go to the local UPS store and say, hey, you know, my packages, I want them delivered here. And then you have to fill out some type of form and they'll hold the package for you to come and pick up. So I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. The biggest thing for me, so the two things were, okay, gym membership, that's fine, because it would motivate me to, you know, while I'm already here, I might as well work out and then take a shower and stuff. But the thing that really gets me about it is these people are constantly trying to find a place to park at night to sleep, because oftentimes they get kicked out of where they are. So, you know, like Walmarts will let you typically sleep in their parking lot, maybe 1, maybe 2 nights, usually with a motorhome or something like that. At least they used to. I don't know if they still do that, but that's what these people have a hard time doing. And some people, I thought this was a good suggestion, but I wouldn't want to do this. They were like, well, why don't you guys just, you know, stay up at night and then sleep during the day? And I'm like, well, it'd be super hot during the day, at certain times of the year. And then also it's like, how are you supposed to like get food and stuff like that? Because a lot of places close. So I don't think that would be very practical either. But yeah, they just couldn't find places to stay. They would just get kicked out. Oh yeah, it goes all the way over to here. I keep forgetting. You know what? I'm going to make a line right here. So let's do the letter C. There's a lot of those right here in this line. I can do, wait, is it right here? Is it? Yeah. So yeah. I'm not sure. I don't think that would be for me. I would not. The one guy was talking about it. He had been doing the van life he did it for, I think he said 3 years. And he said that he just got tired of, you know, he said basically you get up, you make your breakfast, you go to the gym to take a shower, work out, whatever. See, for me, I'm like, no, I have to go to the bathroom right now. When I wake up, I'm not going to be like, okay, you know, let's drive all the way across town to go to the gym so I can use the restroom. It's like, oh my gosh, forget that noise. But anyway, what he was saying is basically it's like you wake up, you go, you know, take a shower, whatever, work out, use the facilities, make yourself some breakfast. And then he said that he had gotten lazy about cooking in the van for lunch and dinner, so he was eating out a lot. And then he said basically the rest of the day you're driving around trying to find a place to park. And I'm like, no, thank you. What that is not. I think people have this vision of like, you know, going cross country. Now there is this one person I found, like she's been to Norway, and obviously she hasn't been able to drive to Norway. She's flown there, but you know, just living a nomad life basically, because these people consider themselves to be nomads. So she's been to Norway. She's been to all of these countries. So, you know, she's really making the most of it, I feel. And she has a van and a car, and they're both very, very nice. She doesn't have any animals or anything like that. She seems to be very savvy. So, yeah, it's interesting. You know, it's interesting. So the other thing I have been watching, I don't think this happened that long ago, was there, I don't know if you guys have heard of Derek Thompson. There was a Derek Thompson case. Very tragic, very sad. I mean, really sad. If you guys want to look it up, go ahead. I won't go into it. But yeah, I've been following that case. Yeah. So, wow. You know, it's just always shocking to me. I'm going to put it on pause because my son's coming home and I think she's going to bark. So hold on. Okay. She actually didn't. She's pretty tired. She got a bath today. So she's, I think I've told you guys this, but it's really cute. She just goes right into the shower. She'll wait for you to open the door to go in. She's so cute. So cute. But okay, so I thought I would do some subscriber comments. I cannot believe that this is from 2 months ago. That's how far back I am now. It's okay. It's all right. I hope, by the way, that you guys remember to, if you want to, leave questions in the Q&A on our Facebook page for me, and I will address those in the WIP and Chats as well. So anyway, that's what those are for. It's for the WIP and Chats. So this was Adorable Gnome painting. I remember that painting. It was super cute. I think it was St. Patrick's Day. Mendy Elliott 9495. Hi, Mendy. Love the gnome. Me too, Mendy. Me too. Thought it was super cute. What was the deal with that now? There was there was something. I remember there was something with that. Oh, I had to change a couple of the letters in the painting. Yeah. It didn't look right. Like you wouldn't have been able to read it. So yeah, I think I just changed a couple of the letters. So Seasby Stormy, how are you? Love gnomes any time of year. Would you believe I have never ordered from Temu? Wow. I have used Shark Vacuum for years. Love it. It has a really long cord, I think about 25 feet. I may get a Shark cordless if this vacuum ever dies. Oh, that's right. You guys, I completely forgot about getting a cordless vacuum. Even though I've been vacuuming and it's been driving me nuts, I completely forgot about this. Our power bill for January was outrageous too. Highest it's ever been. Yeah, ours too. I keep the thermostat set at 67 to 69, so it made no sense. Now I've turned it down to 66. It's crazy. Dee, I'm just going to tell you, we keep ours at, are you ready? 60. Yeah. We don't like heat at all. Like we literally, I know you're probably like, oh my God, I'd be dying. No, we like it to be nice and cool in our house, like nice and cool. So yeah, we're weird. If it gets over, I'm telling you, that's why I'm like, ooh, I mean, no, I can't handle the heat. I just can't. Shining bright with diamonds. Good morning, my friend. Good morning. So lovely to hear your voice. Aw, love the gnome. I'm going to do a fun canvas next too. Might be one of my skeleton tarot cards, I think. I like those too. I've seen the tarot card sets and they're really neat. I like how they have the frame around them. Yeah, makes them look really neat. There's so many different ones, I think. I wonder if you can buy like the entire set. Just buy the entire set. Margie Grice 5468. Hi Margie, cute gnome. Thanks for sharing. Thanks Margie. Diamonds and Doodads. Hey girl, cute gnome. I finished one earlier this month and shared on my channel. Also, I have that same pen and I really like it. I can't remember which pen I was using. Darn it. Let's see, if I was doing the St. Patrick, I don't know which one I would have been using, but thank you. Lola. Hi, Lola. Find a vacuum repair shop or an electrical fixer store and have them replace the cord. I could do that. I don't know, though, if they... I just don't know, like, how long of a cord, you know, I could get. Because it retracts. It retracts into itself. So it's almost like... I would assume that the interior of the vacuum would be, do you know what I'm saying? Like the spool that the cord is on is probably set to a certain size. And so if I got a different size cord, it might not be able to, you know, suck it in. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about, but that's a great idea. You know, I just don't know what I'm talking about. So... okay, let's see. I'm going to go to Kitting Down Gnome Painting. This was the kitting down of it. Grayla Gran 7443. Hi. I got 3 green hearts. Yeah, because it was St. Patty's Day. So thank you for that. Margie Grice 5468. Hello again. Cute gnome paintings. Thanks for sharing. Yes, I love them. Megan Lynn 8397. The painting, the painting is so cute. Love it. Thank you, Megan. Linda Riddle 3348. Hi, Linda. You finished that quick. Very cute. Linda, I'll tell you as what am I trying to say? I'll share a secret with you. It's not always what it seems as far as recordings go and videos go, because sometimes, like with the adorable gnome, I might have already finished that gnome before the adorable gnome kit up was even posted. Do you know what I mean? I might have already finished it. So I know sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm so far behind in uploading stuff. It's like people are going to think, what the heck? Nuckin, what's going on, girl? That's really cute. Yeah, I agree with the others that said it's a pot of gold. Oh yeah, we were trying to figure out what it was. I was like, what is this? What is this? And I totally spaced. Pot of gold. Yeah. I could see it after you guys said it. I could see it. Then I was like, oh, I felt stupid. That's okay. I feel stupid a lot. It's all right. Sophia Macario 8261. I do really respect your decision to mix the same DMC. I can't mix them. I probably have like 5, 6 bags in some colors. I love your channel. Oh, bless you. Oh, I know. I know it's hard for some people who are like, oh my God, please don't put those colors together. I do my best. I'm doing better. But yeah, I hear ya. I hear ya. It's like, how many bags are we going to have? Megan Lynn 83. It goes on, but it gets cut off. It looks like a pot of gold. Not sure. And yeah, I think it was. I do. It was, because I was like, what are those potatoes? What is it? Or somebody said that. Somebody said that. And I'm like, I don't know what this is. I remember asking you guys, hey, what is this? Crafter Shells, hey, what's going on? That is super cute. Pot of gold with ketchup? LOL. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was super confusing, wasn't it, guys? Yeah, it was super confusing. Seasby Stormy, hey. Golden potatoes, since they are Irish. Regarding car insurance on cars sold, we immediately turn in the tag. I then CXL the insurance online. Here in North Carolina, if you CLX the insurance before turning in the tag, you get fined for not having insurance. I would not trust any insurance representative who told me to keep the insurance on a car I already sold. Oh, that's scary. Because I've already done these. I was like, why do these sound so familiar? Okay, I need to start on this one, March in Review. Oh my God. I'm sorry, you guys. Well, it's okay. Not everybody watches all my WIP and Chats, so it's fine. This was March in Review, and it says March in Review 24 finishes with a face. Because I was doing an April Fool's on you guys, and so I wanted to do an innocent one. What I should have done is said 50 finishes. Because some people didn't get the joke, and I was like, I don't think people understood what I was doing, but that's okay. Shining Bright with Diamonds. Hi. Crack me up with not being online much of late. You got me on the April Fools. Love the canvases, especially Cutie. Yeah, Cutie was cute. Seas Be Stormy. Hi. I was wondering why I had not seen those. I knew I had watched every video. I know, right? Because what I did, for those of you who haven't seen it, I just went through my portfolio, one of my old portfolios with my old paintings, and I was just literally flipping through the pages as quick as I could. And I'm like, and I did this one, and I did this with a total, like, just boring sounding voice. I'm like, and I did this one, and I did this one too. Oh yeah, and this one I did it, and this one, and then I was like, April Fools. April Gendon 1526. Hi April. I was thinking to myself, damn, I sure didn't miss a lot of Ramie's videos. Of course, it's now April 3rd, and I'm just now watching this one, so I really didn't even consider the fact that this may have been an April Fool's joke. Anyhow, still love how Sheppy turned out. Thanks for sharing your completions. Thank you, April. April, I haven't seen you for a while. I hope you're doing good, girl. Crafter Shells, hi. Haha, you did have me for a few. Fantastic finishes. Haha, gotcha. Gotcha, girl. All right, I'm not going to lie. It's been about an hour. A bunch of stuff happened, and yeah, it's been an hour. I ate dinner. I filmed another video. Yeah. So let's get back to March in Review. Okay, Crafter Shells, haha, you did have me for a few. Fantastic finishes. I think I read that one. Margie Price 5468. Hi, Margie. How funny are you? Great March in Review. Thanks for sharing. Hugs. Aw, thanks, Margie. Margie, you're so sweet. All of you guys are. You guys are so nice. I really appreciate you guys commenting in my videos. Thank you for doing that. It really does make a huge difference to my channel. What just happened? I don't know. To my channel. So if you haven't subscribed to me, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share this video. You might want to check if you're subscribed to me or not. Because sometimes YouTube will unsubscribe people from channels. So you might want to just double check and see if you're subscribed to me. If you're not getting notifications and stuff like that, that probably means that YouTube has unsubscribed you. That has happened to me several times. And yeah, I don't want you guys to miss out on stuff. So please check your subscriptions and make sure that you're subscribed. So we're going to get to our next goal. Our next goal is 2,500 subscribers. That's my next goal. Light Warriors for Life. Hi. All are very nice. And then she time-stamped it and she said, do you like how that one sparkles in the light? Happy Tuesday, friend. I wonder which one it was. Gray Legrand 7443. Did you say Shelby for the first one? Ah, yeah. That was probably hard to hear, huh? Oh, and it took me all the way back to the beginning. Thank you so much. One moment, please. One moment. Oh, wow. Okay, this is, geez. Okay, this is Forlorn Angel. That was a commercial. This is Forlorn Angel. That was not me screaming. Oh. This is the whole diamond dot ding dong diddle bong thing that happened. Oh my gosh, that thing was a nightmare. communicating with them and going back and forth, and them saying, oh no, all of our drills are resin. And I'm like, oh, perfect. So I'm like, all of their drills are resin. I'm repeating them. I'm repeating what they said. And then they're like, and then when I ask them again, they're like, oh, well, our rounds aren't resin. And I'm like, but you just said all of your, I had to literally do receipts on those emails, because I'm like, y'all, I am not making this up. Like, they are saying this. So yeah, I was like, what the heck? Miss Bell, hi. This is so cute, this kit, like the angel. Yes, it was a very nice angel. Elizabeth, how are you, Elizabeth? Hi, Rami, enjoyed the kit up. Thank you. Margie Grice, nice kit up. Thanks for sharing. Of course. Nutkin, I started cracking up. She time stamped it. Sorry, it was unexpected. LOL. Okay, I'm going back to watch the rest. What did I say, Nutkin? Crazy Mom LeClaire. We got snow last night in Michigan. Yeah, this was 2 months ago. So that's crazy. You guys, it just hasn't even been that long. The year's just going by so fast. You guys, it's almost July. Where has the year gone? We're like over halfway through the year. What? How? I don't know. Let's see. Matt. Hey, Matt. I'm going to say your last name wrong. Matt Schmaracek. No, Smaracek. Oh, Matt, I totally butchered that. I'm sorry. Matt's the one that's been doing our DAC colors for the, or DMC colors, sorry, for the DAC calendar. So Matt, thank you again for doing that. We so appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Interesting. If you found your diamond or Dreamer's Design overseas kit to have resin rounds, would only add to the confusion, as they have admitted to their rounds being acrylic on their Facebook. Also noted on their listings that when it says resin drills, it now has squares after that. All are very confusing and slightly deceiving. Now somewhat corrected, but not as transparent as it could be. Yes. Very, very confusing. Very confusing. I was so thankful that you commented, because I'm like, I feel like it's just me. Like, I feel, am I like completely misunderstanding what they're telling me? No, I was not. No, I remember I asked them too. I said, can you tell me the grade of your canvas? And they said, we don't know. That's funny. Okay. Carolyn Brown, 3746. Hi, Carolyn. Good morning. I'm not sure if it's you I asked previously, but do you have a chart on the conversion for crystal diamond codes to DMC codes? I have been searching for a chart and not having any luck. Appreciate any help or guidance to find. I have quite a few since the partial event. Thank you. Yes, and I did respond to her. Lola. Girl. The weatherman is the only guy who can be wrong 100% of the time, and people will expect him at work again tomorrow. Yep. True story. True story. Okay, you guys. Well, if you've been with me this long, you're my true subbies. And if you're not subscribed, I suggest you do it now, because I'm about to give you a clue. I'm about to give you a word now. If you don't know what I'm talking about, this is for our 2000 sub giveaway. There are 3 prizes. They're huge. Go back to the 2000 giveaway prize video. Check it out if you want to see what the prizes are. Then you need to go to the WIP and Chat that says giveaway rules, and you need to understand the rules. Okay? You have to be subscribed. So y'all have been waiting. Y'all have been waiting. Word number 4 out of 5. This is word number 4 is kit. Please do not put it down in the comments. Please do not say anything about a word being in this video. Please do not ask me any questions about the giveaway. under this video in the comments. Do not mention giveaway. Do not talk about it at all. If you do, it will be it will be deleted. I do not want spammers and people who just go. There are people who just go around on YouTube, just so you all know, just to try to win prizes. Okay. I want you guys to have the best opportunity possible to win as my subscribers. So yeah, that's why I do it the way I do it. So, okay. All right. I'm going to do a couple more here and then I'm going to be done for today. This is Kitting Up April DAC Calendar, DMC Colors. Kathy Patterson. Looking forward to the collaboration with you and 3 other channels. Oh, that was so much fun. Also, definitely been waiting for the storage info and hoping it's something I can afford in stages, especially since I don't have anything now. It's already Thursday morning and haven't been to bed yet. And 5:15 a.m., but normal for me. LOL. Yay. The live is tonight. Oh, I know. I need to go live again, you guys. I need to go live. I need to get my mojo back. CZ Stormy, love the vid. Yep, those scissors will get you. Oh, yeah. I accidentally knit myself. I had to make myself get into the habit of pointing mine more upward. That is such good advice. Thank you, Dee. Linda B, hi. My daughter and I are working on the DAC April calendar. We took a break for dinner, and when we came back, my daughter realized that she put her cover sheet on the wrong side down. It pulled off all the glue in the unfinished areas. What a bummer. She did order some glue, so we will finish later. Hope your cut wasn't too bad. I did the same thing while trimming my hair. Yeah. I've put cover sheets down the wrong way too. Lola. Lola. I bet you buy more storage. You're obsessed. Also, bingo. Gray Legrand 7443, hitting pause. Your first color you thought might be Your first color you thought might be 210. Either the dye lot is off or you know DAC has introduced some new colors in the 6000s which you wouldn't find on a DMC color chart. Just a thought. I have the same art dot chart and find it very useful. Yeah, I love that chart. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Sharon Featherstone, I am so behind with this calendar and haven't even started it. I'm not a fan of random diamond placing. I just need to suck it up and catch up. Oh man, Sharon, you and me both. Oh, you and me both. Yeah. Lately I've just been really tired and sleeping, which is fine. You know, it's not a big deal. Maybe I'm just super relaxed. I don't know. It is what it is. Oh, this putty. It's too sticky. All right, you guys. Well, thank you so much for joining me for this WIP and Chat. I hope that you guys had a good time. Please write down your word. It's number 4. I will tell you what to do with it soon. We haven't got all 5 words yet. So if you haven't found the other 3 words, I highly, highly suggest that you go back through the videos and find the words. I also highly, 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 highly suggest, because some of you guys aren't doing this, but you have the words, that you go back and look at the rules, because some of you aren't doing it. And I'm like, oh, crap. All right, you guys, with that, I say goodbye, loves.